Hello and welcome to Travel Salt. Today we will be talking about Indian government's advisory on foreign travelers as well as Indian travelers traveling from India to abroad. So India has Indian Ministry of External Affairs have issued an urgent travel advisory on the coronavirus issues actually. So we'll be reading out to you a complete advisory from the Indian government, which you should understand before before you start your travel. So I'll start. Government of India announces an important travel advisory for all air passengers traveling to and from India. Yeah, you heard me right. To and from India. All existing visas except diplomatic, official, UN or international organizations employment project visas stand suspended till 15th April 2020. So what does it mean? It means all visas except employment, project visas and travel of diplomatic or international organizations. Actually, it is permitted still, but it is limited again. But all other visas, including tourist, visit visas and all other visas has been suspended till 15th of April. Yeah. And second point is this will come into effect from 1200 hours GMT on 13th March 2020 at the port of departure. So if anyone is arriving or departing, that is yesterday, sorry, we are making a video a bit late. So since yesterday, 1200 hours GMT 2020, that is 13th March 2020, anyone arriving at the port of India or departing from the port of India will have to face these restrictions of travel. So the third point is visa-free travel facility granted to OCI cardholders is kept in abeyance till April 15th, 2020. So OCI cardholders will have these restrictions till April 2020. So no one is allowed to enter or exit India. The permit holders of OCI. What is OCI actually? It is citizens of Indian origin. So whoever was the citizens of Indian origin and they have settled over in some other countries, and since they got other nationalities acquired and India doesn't give permission of dual nationality, so Indian government have issued them OCI cards actually, that is again citizens of Indian origin card. So with that it is kind of dual nationality, but those card holders will have not much access to the property rights and this and that actually in India. So there are actually differences in the rights of citizens and the OCI card holders. So those card holders will have restrictions imposed to them till 15th of April 2020. Okay, then the point goes, this will come into effect from 1200 hours GMT on 13th March at the port of departure. So I've already told you this. Any foreign nationals who intends to travel to India for compelling reasons may contact the nearest Indian mission. So if other nationals coming from other part of the world to India, and if they have any compelling reasons to travel, any emergency travel, and again if it's that necessary actually, then they may think about contacting nearest Indian mission, so nearest Indian embassy basically. So embassy will have to decide whether or not they should grant a permission to travel to India. Basing upon their wish and their permission, you may be or may not be able to travel to India. But again, if you really think that your reason is really compelling, then you better contact the nearest Indian mission. Okay, all incoming travelers, including Indians arriving from or having visited China, Italy, Iran, Republic of Korea, France, Spain and Germany after 15th of February 2020 shall be quarantined for a minimum period of 14 days. What does it mean actually? So any Indian nationals who is coming from these countries, again China, Italy, Iran, Republic of Korea, France, Spain and Germany, after 15th of April, after 15th of February 2020 shall be quarantined for a minimum period of 14 days. So they may have to quarantine for 14 days. It means that from the airport itself, you'll be taking to other location where you'll be quarantined for 14 days. So you may not be able to meet your family or friends straight away, even if you're coming on a business, purpose to India, even if you're an Indian national. Residents of other countries as well. So you may not able to go or exit from the airport straight away. So you will be quarantined for 14 days. So you'll be taken to other shelter where you'll be quarantined for 14 days. Okay, and if they detected everything is fine on you, so they will leave you. Otherwise, they may have to um, you may have to stay over there for 14 days, and that is minimum again. That is not the maximum. It means they're not gonna leave you before 14 days. So you will be there for 14 days, and maximum period they haven't mentioned anything so far. Okay, so you need to make sure. So my advice is rather don't travel to India. Okay, so Indian nationals are strongly advised to avoid all non-essential travel abroad on their return. They can be subjected to quarantine for a minimum of 14 days again. So again, as we have discussed and advised you in previous videos, that if your travel is not really necessary, our advice was not to travel. The same Indian government is saying you that if your travel is not really necessary, then it's better you don't travel. Otherwise, you may have to get in quarantine for 14 days. International traffic through land borders will be restricted to designated checkposts with robust screening facilities. This is happening worldwide anyways. This is not only the case for India, this is happening worldwide. Say for Saudi Arabia. So they have put Riyadh airport as the designated checkpost for all international borders actually. So there will be a robust screening at the airport. So because this is costing a much, even not about costing, but to make sure that every person screened specially and screened properly. So what they have done is from again this is happening all over the world. So they have designated a special airport where people will be screened, quarantined, and everything is getting done properly at the one airport point actually. So that's the reason every country has decided to do this. A lot of countries actually. So Saudi Arabia has designated Riyadh airport, and India have designated Delhi airport as the best screening quarantine airport. So something happening like this in worldwide actually. So that's what it means. This will be notified separately by PMO or Home Affairs. Okay, so this screening airport, which is in any country actually, which is the special airport and all, this will be notified separately by the Home Affairs actually. Provision for testing primarily for students, compassionate cases in Italy to be made, and collection for samples to be organized accordingly. It means right now they have put only Italy on the name list, but this is already happened worldwide actually. So coming passengers, especially students coming from all other countries where these cases have been recorded more and more, especially China, Italy and all. So they are they are compassionate cases coming from Italy actually. So they are getting a collections with them actually, and they are quarantining them in more sophisticated manner, so to ensure that they are coming in safe and the other persons will be safe with them. Those tested negative will be allowed to travel and will be quarantined on arrival in India for 14 days again. So if at the departure point of India, if someone have detected negativity on their test actually, they are allowing them to travel anyways, but still when they come back, actually, they will be quarantined separately again for 14 days. So our best advice is not to travel until and unless your travel is really not necessary, really necessary. So don't travel until it is necessary. So this is the actually short notice from Indian Ministry of External Affairs, so which we thought that it is really useful for you to pass out. So we have already passed out to this. So if anything on emergency, again we'll come back to you in a short while. Thank you, and we recommend you to do subscribe, share, and like us. Thank you.